And go. We won't speed it up. We'll play it in slow speed. So Birdie is in the very north as Byzantines in the yellow. Right below Birdie, we have Tonga Boy in the purple as Shu. They get these. This is cool. They start with like a little fortified tower in their base, which is really helpful if you have a king. And I just want to say this Byzantine fortified tower looks sick. Like, that is a beautiful little tower. It has the little lions outside of it and everything. Looks really nice. Anyway, it looks like they start with elephants, zebras, berries. There's like shallows that connect into the middle, and in the middle there's a ton of gold in these little sections here. Where's the stone? Is there stone on this map? There is, but it's like just a little bit, it looks like, for each player. Very limited. It's not a very big map. It's a pretty small map. There are a lot of big wood lines, though. Yeah, these golds are going to be fought over. The relics are going to be fought over. But yeah, so you've got yellow, Birdie is Byzantines, Tonga Boy, purple as Shu, down in the very south. Nice little tower here. Dravidians, you have Little Trash Bucket, my little brother, in orange. And then over next to him, you've got Mega Fish playing as the Burmese in gray. Then in the very south, you have Trollermeister as Gurjaras in the red. Then you have Red Kansky. Look at this tower. Look at this thing. This looks so cool. Look, it literally looks like a tower straight out of Rapunzel. Straight out of Rapunzel. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Anyway, you have Red Kansky playing in green as the Huns. And then above him, you have Gifting Elo since 1999, which is Dan. You guys should probably all know Dan by now. One of the mods in my channel. Really nice guy. Big supporter of the channel.
Yes.
And he's playing as Persians in the blue. And then, last but not least, we have Fish and Tofu playing in teal as the Hindustanis. Okay. Mega Fish, we already have some talk going on. Birdie says friends to everyone. Red Kansky says yes. Fish and Tofu says friends. Tonga Boy says yes. And Mega Fish says, I am friends with all. Now, we just got some new notifications. And Gifting Elo says, me as well. All right, so it sounds like everyone's going to be pretty friendly right now. Okay, everyone's being pretty friendly with each other. Little Trash Bucket didn't answer at all. And who else didn't answer? Was it just Little Trash Bucket? No, Trollermeister and Little Trash Bucket said nothing. And then Fish and Tofu said, I don't like being lamed. And I think Birdie and Fish and Tofu's zebras were like together in the same spot. And then Birdie says, sorry, didn't know if you were going to be friendos. and then Tofu says TY. I don't know if that's because he didn't kill the rest of his zebras. And then Megafish says yellow me. I don't know what he's referring to. Oh, yeah, because Birdie said it to everyone. So Megafish is like, are you talking to me? And that's just a little miscommunication there. So everyone's up to feudal. I don't know if everyone is on their way up, but a lot of players are already up, but I think everyone's on their way up. If we die, if King dies, I don't actually know. Do we die if King dies? I don't think it was regicide, but if you start with a King, probably. And then Birdie says, sorry, I'm too low APM to select who I'm chatting with. and Fish just laughs at that. It says, question mark, friend. Megafish says, all good. And then Fish says, we are next to each other. So Fish is trying to make buddy with Birdie. We're going a little bit fast, so I just slowed it down a little bit. Fish and Tofu says, only to you, Blue, by the way. About what? Oh, no, he says, we are next to each other. So he asks Blue if he wants to be friends with him. So this is Dan, Gifting Elo. And Fish and Tofu saying, hey, you want to be friends? Because we're right next to each other. And Dan has not answered, and Dan is full stonewalling. Interesting. Oh, and you said Lottie says that Birdie gave a goat for the zebra. All right, so he's like, sorry, I stole your zebra. Here's a goat. Got you. And then Fish and Tofu says perhaps not, because Gifting Elo is not answering. Not answering the question. Let's see what Gifting Elo can see. Gifting Elo's already allies with everyone but Little Trash Bucket. Little Trash Bucket, oh, kills a purple scout. And has not made friends with anyone. Little Trash Bucket has 3 scouts out and has not made friends with a single person. He's walling himself in the corner as of right now. And he's hitting the Palisade Gate. I think he gets in here. He gets in on Tonga Boy. We have... Has Orange allied any of you guys? Fish is asking. No, Mega Fish just said Orange, why no ally? And now Fish and Tofu just said, Orange, have you allied anyone? And then Red Kansky says, no, he hasn't allied anyone. Decker's out here taking clips of me. Rapunzel, let down your hair. That's what you're clipping. I'm sure that's what it was. Okay, so Gray is just gonna boom, alright? Mega Fish is just gonna boom. He's on 3 TCs. Oh boy. And then Tonga Boy Purple is gonna also just boom 3 TCs. We're gonna have Birdie going 2 TCs. Alright. With some a fish boom from Birdie. I like it. Alright. And then we're gonna see what's being said here. We have Little Bucket ally up from Red Kansky. And then Tofu says, yeah. Tonga Boy says, Bucket, be my friend, don't kill. And Megafish says, Orange, ally, please. And then Fish and Tofu says, I don't want to kill you, then get banned from Sola's stream. Oh. And then Birdie says, but he is enemied with me. Oh, Red Kansky says, Sola, take his mouse and make him ally. And Birdie says, but he is enemied with me. He refuses to ally us. And up until now, he has made friends with no one. Little Trash Bucket is all by himself, not making friends with anyone. Let's see who is friends with who. Okay, Megafish is friends with everyone. Trollermeister's friends with everyone, except for my brother. Red Kansky friends with everyone. Gifting Elo friends with everyone. Fish and Tofu friends with everyone. Birdie friends with everyone. And Tonga Boy friends with everyone. So literally everyone is allied with everyone except for Little Trash Bucket, who's just hanging out in the corner. Who's just there. And now Gifting Elo says, we friends just to you. Says it to Fish and Tofu. Fish and Tofu says, yes, was just to you as well. Okay, so Fish and Tofu and Gifting Elo are making friends now. This is bold. So Fish and Tofu sees the gold. Already is on 3 TCs as Hindustanis and is going to go place a TC on the gold in the canyon. Now, mind you, there are only 4 slots for gold. And there's only 4 relics. So it's very limited gold access. And Fish and Tofu is saying, this one is mine. He's claiming it. All right. So this could be very, very a very bold statement to all the other players. Him saying, yeah, a quarter of the gold on the entire map, I'm claiming it. You guys can share the other 3 piles. All right. Now, he could say to like Birdie or to Dan, hey, there's only 4 piles of gold. Do you want to share this one? All right, now let's see what's being said. We had Megafish says red, we ally. And then Fish and Tofu says to Gifting Elo, is it okay if Megafish is allied as well? And you have to remember, Megafish and Fish and Tofu are normally teammates, okay? So this could go very poorly, right? And then Trollermeister says we ally to everyone. And Gifting Elo says yes. Megafish says yes. Okay. Red Kansky says yes. And then Red Kansky says, thinking you, me, and Blue, I've not asked Blue yet. And he says that to Trollermeister. Interesting. Interesting developments. And then Fish and Tofu says to everybody, have you guys been allied by Little Trash Bucket? Little Trash Bucket is now secretly allied to Trollermeister. Only Trollermeister. He has not allied anyone else. Interesting. We're going to see this scout is probably going to go through Megafish now. He's going to find Megafish is in the way of potential trade with his ally. Red Kansky says, just you, Ted and Blue. I think he meant to say Red and Blue. We three be cool for a while. He says that to Red and to Blue. So apparently,
yes,
Red Kansky is not interested in being allied with anyone but Red and Blue. Dan and Trollermeister. Right? Now, Fish and Tofu says to Birdie, who just walled him out, says, why the walls, friend? And I really like this from Birdie. Birdie's being really smart and utilizing, number one, the fish boom. And then number two, he's also building these demo rafts. So he's going to wall it. And then if anyone tries to come in his base, he's just going to blow them up. And then Panache says, wait, isn't some of the commentary giving away some information if they have their chat? So if they're cheating, the truth is I can look in the chat, right? I can see if someone is still in here. But in all likelihood, they're just playing the game, right? I think that some of them might still be in the chat, but with it muted, or with just the game up. Not everyone has two PC screens, right? So I'm gonna trust the players. If it seems like someone is listening to what I'm saying like consistently, then maybe I'll be like, yo, you can't be in the chat, just to make sure that they're being respectful of the other players and not using it to cheat. But honestly, I've played with all of these players at different points in time, and I'm gonna trust them to keep things fair. And unless there's evidence otherwise, I'm gonna leave it at that, right? So I mean, yes, people could cheat. They could cheat by listening, but I don't think that that's something they're doing. So, okay. So now Tonga Boy is fighting slightly with Little Trash Bucket. Little Trash Bucket still only friends with Trollermeister. Trollermeister placing a castle very aggressively on a cliff at forward position. Okay. Now, Birdie just said something. I want to go up and see this. It says, I'm the opposite of claustrophobic. Fish and Tofu laughs. He says, I'm claustrophobic. Claustrophilic. Anyway, then Fish and Tofu laughs, and then Birdie says, want to get it out before I wall. Get what out? Did he have his king in here or something? Or a Vil? I'm not actually sure. And then Red can't see. So, okay. Birdie says player 3. And then Red Kansky says TY. So maybe there was a scout or something along those lines that was in here. And Birdie let it out. Okay, so it's interesting. Tonga Boy has come forward to take this gold. Fish and Tofu has taken this gold. Megafish has taken this gold, and Birdie has taken this gold. The golds have been claimed, essentially, and only 4 players are going to get them. Trollermeister is building TCs on top of Tonga Boy's base. On top of Tonga Boy's base. It looks like Little Trash Book is adding docks now. And then he says, Fish and Tofu says to everybody, who has player 8 friended? And Gifting Eagle says, not me. Fish and Tofu says, not me. Megafish says, not me. Birdie says, not me. Let's see if Trollermeister reveals that that Little Trash Bucket is only allied with him. He hasn't said anything yet. Only a few players in Imp. Trollermeister and Tonga Boy are both in Imp. And, like, Trollermeister is building stuff and is in other people's bases here very frequently. Little Trash Bucket getting some knowledge with his scout. Looks like we're going to see a forward castle from Little Trash Bucket on Tonga Boy. Tonga Boy's in Imp, though. So the Trebs... Well, I guess it's Shoe, so he has to build traction Trebs, right? Then it says, Fish and Tofu says, as much as he is a lower elo player, he's a wild card. And he says, which can mess things up later for us all. And so, Fish and Tofu being the top player right now, with, I believe, the highest elo here in this game, says, basically, let's kill Orange because maybe he'll be a problem. Interesting. And I think that Gifting Elo and Little Trash Bucket are the lowest Elos in the game. So the castle goes up for Little Trash Bucket and starts to kill Vils. And Tonga Boy is just going to build a siege workshop. And I'm probably going to start building traction traps to deal with this. And then Birdie says, but he is the brother. Sola already bullies him. And that gets a laugh out of Fish. And then Red Cansey says 3-hour treaty, right? So no trading has started to take place. Although trade could start to take place. And now Little Trash Bucket attacking Megafish with the elephant archers, killing a bunch of ills here. Just being very annoying to the opponents. And now I think we're going to see, yeah, traction trebs being created by Tonga Boy. The traction trebs. Oh, the siege tower. We have a siege tower created by Little Trash Bucket. We're going to see, maybe he'll hop over the walls. Maybe, or maybe it'll just sit there. I think we're going to see him hop over the walls, though. And yeah, the elephant archers just being annoying to Megafish. And Megafish is now building elite battle elephants to deal with Little Trash Bucket up in the corner. It looks like we have... Ooh! So, Tonga Boy has already declared war on Fish and Tofu. And Fish and Tofu says, why, Tonga? What did I do? And then Trollermeister says... I'm going to pause it for a second so we can read this. Trollermeister says, we killed a fish first. He says to his only... to my little brother, to Little Trash Bucket, he says, we killed a fish first. Team with player 4 and 6 if you want to help. Fish strongest player. Oh, they're going to kill Fish and Tofu first. And then Tonga Boy says, oops, in response to Fish and Tofu. Calling him out for the Lu Xuan attack on the town center. Now we have the armored elephant breaking into the wall up here. And then Tonga Boy says, oops, wrong button. You accidentally declared war on Fish. So Tonga Boy with Arb and Lu Xuan still building the traction traps. I think this might be a glitch. I think maybe the traction traps aren't being built here. Yeah, it would show up here. So no traction traps being built. Infantry now in that hopped over the wall for Little Trash Bucket, and he's gonna kill Vils over here. And now we've got full scale battle, elite battle elephants from Megafish going straight after Little Trash Bucket. And Little Trash Bucket who is not in Imp yet, is going to have a very hard time dealing with this. And Birdie and Little Trash Bucket building all kinds of docks over here. I don't know. Birdie and Trash Bucket are not friends, though. They're not allies. Lots and lots of docks. All kinds of docks for Birdie. And the elite battle elephants really just absolutely wrecking Little Trash Bucket right now. And Little Trash Bucket may have to try and flee soon from his base. Yeah, Vils being made. No Imp being upgraded at this point. Now we have a traction trap out and hitting his castle in the north. And this castle will go down very quickly to these battle elephants. These elite battle elephants. Entre Noose, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So, I like this castle for gifting Elo, by the way. That's a nice little island that he's built the castle on. And then Trollermeister says, we help you all, Megafish, ally player 4, and player 6. But he says that, Trollermeister says that to my brother. Hold on, what does he say? He says, we help you all, Megafish. Okay, I'm thinking that Trollermeister saying, we'll help you against Megafish, ally player 4 and 6. Which makes sense, right? So, player 4 would be Birdie, and player 6 would be Tonga Boy. So, Little Trash Bucket may get some help if he allies up to Tonga Boy and Birdie. Alright, I think that, so Birdie and Trollermeister are players that play together very frequently. And I think that maybe they're gonna help him out. We'll see. Ooh, trade cogs. Oh, and hey, Tonga Boy. Tonga Boy is helping against Megafish. Tonga Boy is indeed attacking Megafish, and let's see if we have the alliance forming or not. Little Trash Bucket seems very bent on not allying Tonga Boy or Birdie. And it seems as though we're going to see some help. Tonga Boy is now killing Little Trash Bucket. But Trollermeister's still friends with everyone, but I think about to turn on Megafish. I think that's what we're going to see. So Trollermeister looks like he's getting ready to help clear the camels. And Gifting Elo is here with a whole lot of Hussars. The question is, what is he going to do? Is he going to try and kill Little Trash Bucket, who he's still enemy with? And Little Trash Bucket says, don't kill, please, peace. And then Megafish says, Orange, I stop, just ally, I won't. And Little Trash Bucket only allied with Trollermeister still. And Megafish says I won't. Trollermeister's killing Megafish's elephants. Gifting Elo is just killing Little Trash Bucket right now. So, 3 players trying to kill Trash Bucket. And then, what do we have here? Fish and Tofu says to Birdie, he attacking my friend. Oh, wait, we had a whole bunch more. Hold on. We had more. It says, why are you attacking my friend? To Tonga Boy. And then Red Kansky says, so shall we make an attempt somewhere? To Trollermeister and Dan. Then Tonga Boy says, either you or him, I choose him. I don't know. I think I don't know who he's saying that to. He said it to everyone. And then Fish says, be that the wisest choice? Okay, interesting. And then Megafish says, Orange, I stop. And then we have that whole other discourse now. All right, interesting. Little Trash Bucket is basically dead. He's got some vills left in a castle. He's got some vills left in the TC. He's very, very low on pop. He's got 33 vills left. Most of them are not doing anything at this point. Tonga Boy is full throttle attacking Megafish right now. And it looks like Trollermeister's getting ready to try and clear Megafish. So Tonga Boy and Trollermeister are going fully after Megafish. And Megafish is kind of pinned in between. Oh, Fish and Tofu. Looks like Fish and Tofu is getting ready to try and aid Megafish. There's Imperial Camels starting to come out. And Tonga Boy has declared on Fish and Tofu. So Fish and Tofu and Megafish are fighting Trollermeister and Tonga Boy. An all-out brawl right now. The Helms are in against the Imp Camels over here. And we have heavy camel riders from Trollermeister. Do we have anything else coming out for Trollermeister? It looks like just heavy camels right now. Heavy camels coming in from both directions. More Helms from Tonga Boy. And, Birdie declares war as well on Fish. And then Fish says to Dan, can I have some help? I'm being attacked. Let's see how Dan responds now. Does Dan send help to Fish? Gifting Elo is still killing Little Trash Bucket. Just going after Little Trash Bucket up here. And then Gifting Elo says yes to everyone. Interesting. A lot of camels for Trollermeister. And Megafish now has helps, and they're Burmese helps, so they're very strong helps, right? Really good helps. But there's Arbs in the north. And then there's also Siege Elephants in the north. There's all kinds of heavy camels. Oh, the big shots! Hold on, we gotta go watch this in all of its glory. Here we go, here we go. We're gonna go back, we're gonna go back. Oh my. Look how many camels go down. Alright, alright, alright. So we have 25 elite or Imperial camels along with 14 Hussar. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're gonna play it in real time. The camels come in to take care of the Drummond and the Luchuan, and they're getting some damage. And then what happens? The heavy demos just come rushing in here, and boom, boom, boom! All the Imperial camels go down. All the Imp camels just gone in an instant. Just a few left, and this castle will fall. All right, and like in this corner, there's very little left for Little Trash Bucket. Little Trash Bucket is just about dead. He's got 3 Helbs and 14 Vills. And he's trying to defend against gifting Elo, which is Dan. And oh, Red Kansky has now gotten involved and is involved on the side of Trollermeister and Tonga Boy. And Megafish is being really hit hard. And then Fish and Tofu says, Blue, Gray is friend. Let him evacuate to you. So Megafish is trying to find somewhere to run. Little Trash Bucket says, help. Just help. And now you got Gifting Elo chasing who? Who's Gifting Elo? Okay, Gifting Elo has declared on Birdie. So Gifting Elo is currently fighting Little Trash Bucket and Birdie. And the trade is going down. Let's take a minute and look at the res, okay? Let's just check out where their res is at. Fighting happening still between Birdie and Fish and Tofu. And Tonga Boy and Fish and Tofu. And we've got 22k wood for Fish and 13k or 14k food. So a lot of res, but not any gold. Really, everyone's low on gold, but Tonga Boy and Megafish have a little bit. The Little Trash Bucket is out of res, pretty much completely, and just being killed at this point. Just hoping to survive. Megafish says GG. Megafish feels completely dead and feels like he has no escape and taps out. I don't know if he lost his king or if he just tapped out. Did it say he was defeated? It just says he's dead. I don't know if it was a resignation. Can we see that? Is it a resignation? Oh, Megafish is here, and he says, I lost my king. Thanks, Megafish. So the king goes down, and Megafish is dead. And now I think we're going to see a lot of focus. Trollermeister, Tonga Boy, and Birdie, I think, are all going to focus up here on Fish. Fish is going to get the majority of the... of the hate, and Birdie trying to escape down here to get some res and rebuild. And Gifting Elo not letting it happen. He's just killing Vills. A lot of fish traps and fish, but it looks like the fish have been misclicked over here on accident. So that's rough. A lot of Vills here. Birdie's like 90% of his eco is sitting idle right now in the middle of these fish traps, and now he's trying to put them back to work. So we have Fish and Gifting Elo fighting together here against Birdie. And it looks like Fish is actually going to be able to push out from here. But there's Trebs, and there's Arbs on the way up here to kill Fish, currently. We're seeing Tonga Boy wall this back up. Oh, Little Trash Bucket lost his king. He's dead. Ah, I was wondering what happened there. So Little Trash Bucket is dead, lost his king, so he's out. Megafish is dead. He lost his king. He's out. And then it looks as though we may see Fish fall next, perhaps, because there is a lot of action here, right? We've got Red Kansky, Trollermeister, and Tonga Boy, and Birdie all in this segment pushing. The Kiwi Ninja, who died first? Mega Fish died first. Then Little Trash Bucket died after that. Although Mega Fish was fighting against quite a few players there. And then we're gonna see something here. It says, Green, they're killing you next. Team with me? And Red Kansky says, sure, can try. And did in fact team. And it says, Fish and Tofu says, don't think I don't see the snipe attempt. Interesting. So, now Green has indeed turned on Tonga Boy. And he's fighting Tonga Boy. He is no longer fighting Fish. And Fish is suffering here. Is Gifting Elo going to send aid to Fish and Tofu? Or is he going to kill him? Where is his king, by the way? Oh, it's in the tower. It's in the fortified tower. So, I think that Tonga Boy needs to be careful here. Because this army could easily snipe his king. His king is currently... No way. Trollermeister, Birdie, and Tonga Boy are all in this fortified tower together. All three of the kings are in Tonga Boy's fortified tower. That tower goes down, and they know it. They know it. This tower is going to go down, and all three of those kings are going to pop out at the same time. And the kings are out. Do they see it? They don't realize. But neither does Red Kansky. Red Kansky does not realize the king is standing here. And now Birdie's king is fleeing. Trollermeister's king, it gets saved by the castle. It gets saved by the castle, but it's exposed, and the cav archers are coming in. Trollermeister doesn't realize. Oh, he realizes last moment, but it's dead. It's already dead. And he was trying to save it with the camels. Trollermeister's gone. His king has gone down, and Birdie is hiding his king in his TC. And do we have a? This king is still in the open. Tonga Boy hasn't put it away. The king's just sitting out there. It could die at any moment if someone notices this. And so, just like that, Trollermeister, who was in a really good position with a crazy good eco and a lot of map control, is just dead. And now Tonga Boy, Red Kansky says purple big issue, LOL. Fish says yes, but we team versus him and kill him. And then Red Kansky says with blue as well, question mark. And Fish says yes. Yes. So look at these walls for Dan. Dan is not trusting anybody. Dan is not trusting anybody. He's got his king safe and secure, and the stone walls are coming down heavy for him. The same thing for Red Kansky. Red Kansky does not want anyone getting in for the snipe. All right, so Miscellaneous Leopard says all the kings in one spot is nuts. It was nuts. Dude, Tonga Boy, has he fixed where his king is yet? Okay, his king is now inside the castle. And Birdie's king is running, fleeing to the south. Ooh. Trollermeister was trading. His trade is still trying to trade. And then Dan says, who I attack? Just you. Asking Fish and Tofu who he needs to attack next. Tonga Boy with a very strong army of the Arbs and the Halbs, but Fish and Tofu has a lot of hand cannons, 19 hand cannons, and a whole lot of Hussar. Now, I think these Arbs will deal with this pretty nicely. It is right now. Oh, this is really smart. Birdie puts his king into the castle down here in the south, and oh, he's running again. No, he's gonna hop back in. He hops back in. Okay, so then Fish and Tofu says to everyone, look at the score. You said to everyone, not gonna work, man. I don't have gold. Hold on, what is it? Okay, so Tonga Boy says green. Fish is way more dangerous. He's saying that to Red Kansky. And then Fish says purple and yellow to Dan, to Gifting Elo. And then after that, Tonga Boy says, let's kill him together. He's saying to Green, but he's saying it to everybody. And then Fish says, look at the score, man. You said that to everyone. Not gonna work, man. I don't have gold. And Tonga Boy says to Green and Yellow, I'm at 50 vills. So he's keeping that hidden. He doesn't want Fish to know, but he is correct. He is at 50 vills. Low vill count. Birdie with only 50 vills as well, trying to reboom down here where Little Trash Bucket was. And oh, who just used that? Somebody just used treason to find out where the kings are. Dan knows the king is here, but I don't think he's going for it. Birdie trying to reboom in Red Kansky's base. The king running. Oh, Red Kansky building a lot of stables. Birdie's king is on the move. Tonga Boy's king is actually in Birdie's TC here. Not very much army left for Tonga Boy, and there is a lot of Hussar. A massive amount of Hussar for Fish. A massive amount of Hussar for Gifting Elo and for Red Kansky. So many Hussar. So 3 players going full Hussar. This is a huge alliance, right? This in the West, green, blue, and teal. Fish, Dan, and Red Kansky all just teaming right now. Not how the game started, but how it has been the last few minutes. And we got Trollermeister, who was eliminated. Megafish, who was eliminated. Little Trash Bucket, who was eliminated. And Birdie, who is still alive, but really very little on the map right now. This army will go down soon. And what's going to happen is Red Kansky and Fish and Gifting Elo are going to have to decide very quickly who they're going to fight. Who are they going to turn on, right? A lot of ills for Red Kansky coming to the north. And a lot of stables being placed. A lot of stables being placed. And then Groovy Feet wants to know how much wood there is left on the map. Can I double-click the trees and find out? I'm double-clicking the trees that I can see left on the map. There's actually quite a bit. There's quite a bit of wood left. In different areas of the map, there's like 100k wood left. Something like that. So there's still a lot of wood. But if you're in a certain place, like over here, Red Kansky doesn't have a lot of wood left. You'd have to move out and take it from here. Tonga Boy is trying to reboom down here, but Red Kansky sees it and has sent a few Hussar just to kill the vills that are trying to escape. And then, like, Fish and Red Kansky just have so many Hussar all over the place. And Birdie was trying to reboom in this little area over here, and Gifting Elo saw it and just immediately annihilates it. So still, these 3 working in tandem, working together. Although I don't think Gifting Elo trusts anyone with his 27,000 layers of walls. And then Tonga Boy says, Green, I'm 13 vills. You got to turn on Fish or you won't win. Probably true. Birdie, you're spoiling, man. Don't come in and say GG. I'm still casting. Oh, Zenko's raiding us. Let's go. Okay. Who is my money on to win? Zenko, thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. And welcome, Raiders. What's going on, everybody? We are casting some community games right now. So, I don't know what... Birdie's King is currently in the south, but obviously he's going to die. No, we're not live right now. You never know. You never know in these games. Alright, so... Thanks again, Zenko, for the raid. I really appreciate it. Hope you had a great stream. Welcome. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, so... Gifting Elo is in a great position. We look at the res. We'll just look at the res for a second. Tonga Boy says, I've lost track of my king. The king is down here somewhere. It's just chilling down here. So maybe it lives a little while longer. Fish has all of the relics. Tonga Boy says Fish has all of the relics. Alright, so Red Kansky in a very strong position, but low on res. Dan in a very strong position, loaded on res. And Fish in a very strong position, also loaded on res. So my money right now would be on Fish. Fish seems to have the best position. Has any trade happened? No one is trading. This is kind of crazy. This has been a like no trade game. Almost a no trade game. I'm gonna grab a quick drink so I don't lose my voice. Okay. So Tonga still has a TC. I don't know where's his king now. It's in this castle. Okay, the castle's gonna go down. Tonga's gonna be eliminated. And then after that, well, Birdie's still actually alive somewhere. Oh, down here. Birdie's king. Where's Birdie's king? Birdie's king is in this castle. So Tonga and Birdie are gonna die, right? Birdie has no escape out of this castle. Nowhere to run. Then it comes down to Red Kansky, Gifting Elo, and Fish and Tofu. So this alliance in the west has been very strong all game. And oh, Red Kansky turns on Fish and Tofu, and the Trebs are out. The Trebs are out. Blue, you've been my friend since the start. Kill green, but the tower goes down, and the king runs to the castle. The king's in the castle. Does Red Kansky know that the king ran to the castle? He's packing the Trebs up. I think he's going to try and make a move on this castle, but the Trebs are going to go down. Right? The Trebs are going down to Fish's Hussar, and the problem is Red Kansky does not have a strong eco. 8k food, but Gifting Elo has 33k food, and Fish has 10k food. The Cab Archer's going down. Birdie says GG, taps, it doesn't tap out, gets killed. The castle goes down, and the king goes down. And now, Gifting Elo is running back, I believe, with all of these Hussars. Let's see from Red Kansky's Red Kansky is not turned on Gifting Elo. Gifting Elo has not turned on Red Kansky. Not yet. And Fish is currently taking out all of the reinforcements that Red Kansky is sending, and Red Kansky sending a Treb to its death. Oh no! Disaster! Has no gold to spend. Actually, he has 1.7k. So far, Gifting Elo... Okay, Gifting Elo just turned on Red Kansky. Gifting Elo has turned, and now Red Kansky says, gotta kill Teal now or we're done, but he says it to Teal. He says it to Teal. Alright, so now Fish and Tofu says, thanks for sending that to all. He didn't actually send it to all, he actually sent it to, to Fish and Tofu. And now it's Gifting Elo and Fish and Tofu versus Red Kansky. And this is a lot of Hussar. It looks like Fish and Tofu's deleted most of his vills. Fish and Tofu is down to 52 vills. It's like almost pure military right now. And then Gifting Elo actually still has... Oh, was that spies or treason? That couldn't have been spies. That has to be treason. Okay, treason was researched. I don't know by who. I don't know who got treason there. I think that Gifting Elo is in a very safe position, but Fish and Tofu is not in a bad position either. This is looking bad though for Red Kansky. And then Red Kansky says, I can't get to either castle. Alas, Fish and Tofu has played me like a fiddle. So Tofu has played me like a fiddle. So Red Kansky saying, I can't kill either of you. I've been played by Fish. And like, Gifting Elo has a lot of stables, has a lot of food. Gifting Elo has a lot more res than Fish. A lot more, but how much of the res will Gifting Elo spend to kill Red Kansky before he fights Fish. Fish is just taking out all of the stables for Red Kansky currently. Oh, where are these going? Okay, they're gonna go back down. They're gonna go back down and fight with Red Kansky. I do believe. We'll see. And there's just some little skirmishes happening here in the middle. Little things here and there, but the biggest thing is Fish is taking out all the production up top for Red Kansky. And now I think slowly Fish and Dan are going to press in on Red Kansky's position. Now, I like this. Red Kansky is building elite Tarkins. He's building elite Tarkins. So, we know that he wants to make a play with the elite Tarkins. I think he wants to make a play for Fish's castle. So he's trying to get the elite Tarkins massed. And he actually has a little bit of gold left. Gifting Elo has a ton of wood, and Dark has or Fish has a ton of wood. It says here, Blue, you may have the honors, and sends the king to die without making a snipe attempt. Oh no! Red Kansky, why? You could have made an attempt with the Tarkins. Well, I guess he didn't want to die to Fish. The chat mechanics in this game need work. Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Rough. Gifting Elo. Okay, so Fish says, well, now it comes to this, and Gifting Elo says yes, and then laughs. And Gifting Elo has way more res than Fish. Way more res banked. I think that Gifting Elo can actually win this game. Red Kansky says apologies to Troll, but that king in the open was too tempting. It was tempting. I'll give you that. And then Gifting Elo says coin flip. Does Fish buy it? He says sure. How are they gonna do the coin flip? This looks like like it's not really a real offer. I think that Gifting Elo is gonna try and kill him. And now Fish and Tofu says, how are we gonna do the coin flip? And then Fish says, "Will fight to decide it." Will fight to decide it. Let's see if he agrees. Gifting Elo is still taking wood over here, by the way. Dan is in a much better position. And he could raid him as well. Dan has very, very safe eco at home and has way more wood and food than Fish. Fish is in the worst position. And then Fish says, bring Vills here. One Vill. And he pings somewhere on the map. Did anyone see where he pinged? I don't know where he pinged. Then he says, let's fight. Where are they fighting? Am I missing it? Oh, here. Okay. And then he says, Vill fight or declare war? He's asking. And Gifting Elo gives him the answer by declaring war. I think Gifting Elo knows he's in the better position. And Gifting Elo researches treason to find out where this Vill is. And there's the petards. These petards could sneak along and hit this castle. Now, Fish sees it though. Fish sees it, so he's gonna kill the petards. Now, both players are gonna be spamming Hussar. Now, I do think they get the same stats on their Hussars. I think both have the same stats. Let's see. Yeah, same stats on their Hussars. But Gifting Elo has much, much better eco. And he can build... he's actually making crossbows, which only cost wood. Karamadon crossbows. Mondaron crossbows. And he's got a lot of wood. Like, he's got... Look how much wood he can collect. He can collect 14k wood from here. And he's actually got this wood as well. So he could last a long time. And he's making a lot of Hussar. He's actually killing Vills off. Getting ready to make more Hussar and just spam Hussar. He's got 156 in the queue. Fish on the other hand has 119 in play. So Fish has a lot more army on the field. We're going to see Gifting Elo fight it. Gifting Elo wants to fight. He wants to win the fight. He's got Chem crossbows fighting in the background. He's got a lot in the queue. He's got a lot of production buildings. How many production buildings does he have? Let's take a peek. He's got 10 stables. But he also has these. He actually has 19 stables. And the fights are going all right. Right? The numbers aren't terrible for Gifting Elo. The res is very favorable for Gifting Elo. Very favorable. So, Gifting Elo, who's Dan, could easily take this if he just continues to mass. He just needs to continue to make units. Like, Fish has more army currently, but is gonna run out of food very shortly. He's gonna run out, and then Gifting Elo has a lot more food in the bank. And Fish is slowly making more vills to try and continue to have food. And then Trollermeister says he just needs to sell 20k food to make Savar, and then he would roll Fish. Yes, but I don't think he'll think of that. So, Fish is slowly pushing the position. I think that Gifting Elo needs to mass up and then send in. He's spamming it in right now, and it's not really doing a lot. Yeah, he needs to get a mass of Hussars and then send them all in together. Nice TC on the wood over here for Gifting Elo, though. Right, the res will last forever for Gifting Elo. And I will say, Fish is fighting right under the castle. A Persian castle, nonetheless, so it does a lot of damage. This castle now oh! The amount of trebs being built by Gifting Elo. He's got 10 trebs in this castle. He needs more production. He needs more production buildings. And now we have bombards coming out. This is not good for Gifting Elo. Not good at all. So now the raids are going to come in because the gate is opening, and Fish is sending all kinds of Hussar in here to pick off the Commanderon crossbows. And the eco probably is not going to be the issue here. War elephants being made by they're not elite though, they're just regular war elephants, and they'll still go down to the hand cannons. So war elephants being made by Gifting Elo. Does he have any more? No, he's not making any more currently. Not enough production, right? Not enough production. If we saw maybe a few more stables from Gifting Elo, this would change the outcome of the battle. A good amount of Commanderon crossbows being massed now, though. Right, and now we're seeing a little bit more massing from Gifting Elo, which is good for him. Now this castle's gonna go down. And, oh, all the trebs pop out. Oh no! The trebs, oh, they're gonna go down. Does Fish notice? Of course he notices. And Gifting Elo says, disaster, as all of his trebs are being killed right now. So many trebs, this is so expensive. Oh man, rough position for Gifting Elo. But Gifting Elo, like, still, he has a lot of food banked. And he's got a lot. He's got 60 Commanderon crossbows chipping away at these Hussar, little by little. So you have tons of crossbows, 77 crossbows, and the numbers aren't looking that bad, right? Like, you look at their military numbers, Gifting Elo is actually pushing back and still has eco. If you look at Fish is taking wood where? Fish is not taking wood. Fish has no wood to take. He doesn't see any wood to take. And he's down to 7k wood and 7k food. And Gifting Elo is still loaded on res. And the difference maker in this game might just be the res collected. Gifting Elo did a great job prepping for this final fight. And I think that he's going to clear this. It's not looking too bad. He just needs to keep production happening. He needs to keep making the hussars, right? As long as he keeps making the hussars, it'll be fine. Big shots from the bombard cannons, though, could end these crossbows' day. And these hussars are having a hard time getting out of the gate. Oh, he's trying to wrap around and get these. He's trying, but he's not going to be able to get away with it. Trying to take out the bombard cannons. The Commanderon crossbows not making it very far against Hussar. More production right now would be a lifesaver for Gifting Elo. It'd be so good. Oh, and there's trade now for Fish and Tofu, who is trading with Little Trash Buckets Market across the entire map. But Gifting Elo does see it and is raiding it. This move could totally save Fish and Tofu from a loss if Gifting Elo doesn't take care of it. Right? He needs to take care of it. The production is not doing very well for Gifting Elo. Not very many units coming out, and I think this Death Ball is now going to roll right in and finish the job on Gifting Elo. It's not looking too hot at this point. These Hussars are going to get some kills on the trade, but the trade is getting a lot of gold. Let's check out the gold per trip on these guys. 82 gold per trip. That is a lot of very, very necessary gold for Fish and Tofu. Now, Fish and Tofu is starting to really press into Gifting Elo's base. Gifting Elo still has a lot of res, but doesn't have the buildings to produce enough units fast enough. He needs a lot more production back here in the back to continue to push out. But it's been a long game, and Gifting Elo says, GG, well played. And Fish and Tofu says, GG, well played. It's been an honor. And he says, kill the king, amigo. Sends the king out into battle. And there, Fish and Tofu rushes in to annihilate the king. And just like that, the community game is over. GG, well played. Gifting Elo and Fish and Tofu. Really fun game. You guys put on a good show. It was definitely a fun community game. Enjoyed it thoroughly. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well.